The night of December 10th, it was just a normal Friday night. Got a phone call. It was like, hey, there's a storm on its way. Need to be ready. I was looking towards the southwest, and when the tornado hit the power substation in town, there was a blue flash and everything went dark. Came out, the back half of the house was gone. I looked outside and just saw blackness and where there used to be walls.
The next day, got into town and it looked like a bomb had been dropped. Something like you'd see out of a movie. There was no landmarks left, there were no road signs. Everything was just brown and covered in dirt, unlike anything that I've ever seen, and quite frankly, something I'd never want to relive again.
One of the things looking back is not knowing the playbook. And you don't really have a way to get out a playbook in a time like that. You just have to figure out what kind of community you have, what kind of resources you have available to you at that time. With Good360, they were able to get resources to fix up this house.
Good360's been a great partner to us. They came in very early and they said, what do you really need? What can we go and talk to our affiliates about? And those items immediately started showing up.
Our mantra, our mission, everything we do is focused on right goods to the right people at the right time. Good360 get products from point A to point B, but we do it as efficiently as possible. We are setting up warehouse locations, shared locations with nonprofits and pro bono space all across the country in areas likely to be impacted. Our partnership with the UPS Foundation and Coyote also helps us to get products transported quickly, efficiently, even in the middle of a disaster event.
At Amazon, our partnerships are really important because we can't do it alone. And Good360 is a perfect example of a partner that is very thoughtful and strategic in the way resources are used for disaster relief needs. Specific to this particular crisis, it was clear that the needs were really varied and urgent. So what we did was make a $100,000 cash donation to Good360 so that Good360 in turn could determine how best to use those funds.
Good360 really sets as an example for everybody to use whatever your superpower is as your main contributing factor to a disaster. For UPS, it's logistics. For Good360, it's the right things to the right people at the right time. And if everybody can provide that expertise, we can do a lot to mitigate disaster across the country.
We've utilized Good360 donations in at least 50 homes now. We have plans to use them in hundreds of homes as we continue our recovery. Where our gaps kind of lie now are getting some of those cases closed out. Somebody gets a house built, well, they lost everything else. So they need furniture, they need appliances, they need things that people don't think about that could cost thousands and thousands of dollars.
Seeing folks like Good360 still showing up, speaking not just as a survivor, but on behalf of the community, knowing that there are still people out there that are caring is pretty amazing.